The 5th generation Audi A4 has just been given a refresh, and today I'm driving the range-topping A4 45 TFSI model. The Audi A4 has always maintained a restrained, classy and modern look, and this new 2021 model is no exception. The update to the exterior is extensive. There's this new Audi single-frame grille that is now broader and positioned lower, flanked by restyled headlamps that are now full LED. The front bumper has been redesigned as well, with a sportier, more aggressive design to match that new grille. In addition to the S-Line styling pack that is fitted as standard to this top-of-the-range A4 45 TFSI, my test car has also been optioned up with the carbon and black package, which gets you this cool blacked out grille and several other black accents around the car. Five-spoke 19-inch wheels are standard for this S-Line trim. The shoulder line down the side has been tweaked, so are the tail lights and rear bumper. As part of the carbon and black package, the rear bumper and number plate garnish get gloss black highlights, while the boot lid receives a full carbon fiber spoiler. Carbon fiber is also used on the side mirrors. Audi pioneered the dynamic indicators, and here they are in action on the new A4. Aren't they cool? Now, Audi is known for some of the best interiors in the business, and they continue to excel with this 2021 A4. So let's take a closer look inside. The interior hasn't changed much, but still it is one of the most modern and high-tech in class. Typical Audi, the cabin is impeccably built, and the materials used throughout are mostly first-rate. And nobody does flat-bottom steering wheel as good as Audi. The Audi Virtual Cockpit digital instrument panel is still the best in the segment. Replacing conventional gauges, it dispenses driving information in full clarity and super high resolution. No other systems offer the same level of customizability as the Audi. You can choose to display various driving information such as fuel economy or the trip computer, or you can bring up the map right here in the instrumentation cluster. You can shrink the virtual gauges to free up more space for other information, such as the full map view. It's a really cool piece of technology. But the biggest news inside is this new Audi MMI infotainment system. The highly connected system now offers a user experience similar to a smartphone. The touchscreen allows swipe and pinch gestures, just like how you would use a smartphone. This super responsive and high-res 10-inch touch display with acoustic feedback replaces the functions of the previous rotary push-button control on the center tunnel console. Just below the touchscreen, there's this cool climate controls with superb tactile feedback from the knobs and buttons. And yes, that's a full LCD screen showing various climate settings. In terms of storage, there's quite a few around, such as this little covered compartment. The standard storage is very shallow though, with just a space for a wireless charging pad. And there's this super deep storage to the bottom right of the steering column. It's nicely padded, and just look at how deep it is. As part of the carbon and black package, you also get these carbon fiber trims on the dashboard, center console, and door cards. And this S-Line kick plate illuminates at night. The front seats are supportive, with a nice S-Line logo embossed in the seat back. In the rear, there's heaps of legroom on offer, while headroom isn't too bad for the average height adult. The rear seats can accommodate 3 adults across, if they don't mind a bit of a squeeze. I'm 172 centimeters tall, and I'm seated behind my own driving position, and there's still quite a lot of room between my knees and the seat back. Footroom is a little limited though. And there's rear aircon vents to keep rear passengers happy. The boot measures 470 liters, which is just about average for this segment. It is nicely square and flat, with extra netted storage compartments on either side of the boot. The 2-liter turbo petrol engine under the bonnet produces 183 kilowatts of power and 370 Newton meters of torque, which when combined with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, delivers a sprightly 0 to 100 kilometers sprint time of just 5.8 seconds. Well, without further delay, let's go for a drive. So the A4 has always been the most all-rounded sedan in this segment. It's got good engine performance, it's got good handling from the Quattro all-wheel drive, and it's comfortable, it's really fuel efficient as well. And this 5th generation model continues those traits. And I think Audi has got to a stage where they have really perfected the dual clutch gearbox. There is no hesitation around traffic. It drives is as smooth as a torque converter gearbox. And on the move, the shifts are super smooth and a lot quicker than conventional torque converter gearbox. There are paddle shifters on the steering wheel for you to shift gears manually if you wish, but I'll be happy to just leave it in automatic because the shifts are intelligent. It picks the right gear most of the time. There's actually no need to use these manual shifters. idle stop start system is really smooth. Like it's so seamless. You barely hear the engine kicking in. It's good power. It's linear all the way to the red line. Now the ride is very German. It's firm, but it's not uncomfortable. It allows you to feel the road, which is great for sporty driving, and it still has that layer of compliance to make it a really comfortable car to drive every day. Now the dampers are fixed. They are non-adaptive type, so they've done a fantastic job in fine-tuning it. The cabin is quiet. There's not much wind noise in here. There's a little bit of road noise, but it's not at a level that you would consider distracting. Now, in terms of handling, the A4 45 TFSI is very impressive. There's tons of grip from this Quattro all-wheel drive system. The steering is precise, and this thing weighs over 1.6 ton, but it feels like a much smaller car to drive. It's just so sharp to turn in. Oh, it's got good power. One more go. Sounds good. I mean, it's no sports car, but for a top-of-the-range sedan, it does sound pretty enthusiastic. Now, I'm now in dynamic mode, so the dual-clutch gearbox holds the lower gear to keep the engine in the optimum power band. And the steering firms up as well to just give you a bit more feedback from the road. And it's just so composed. There's so little roll around corners. Now this is definitely one of the best handling cars in the segment. So I'm doing 80 k's on the freeway, and the revs are sitting at just above 1,000 RPM, so it's barely idling. And the fuel economy is hovering just under 5 liters per 100 kilometers. So it is pretty fuel efficient. Now this is a mild hybrid powertrain, so on low load, say you're just cruising on the freeway, like what I'm doing now, the engine would shut off completely to conserve fuel. And as soon as you put your foot down, it just kicks back in, and it's pretty seamless as well. So there you have it. The Audi A4 continues to impress with an all-rounded performance. In the 45 TFSI guys, It's quick and sporty to drive while staying relatively comfortable and efficient. And for that, the A4 remains a sensible choice for anyone looking for a well-crafted premium mid-sized sedan.